background of the problem, right? Why have you chosen a particular project? What actually pushed you to or pushed your company to solve that particular problem, that point of time? So that can be one or two slides. And then a project charter. In the defined phase, mainly project charter, clearly talking about the pain metric that you have addressed. It can be rejection rate, or it can be, reducing the cycle time, or it can be reducing the customer compliance. Ultimately, the pain metric has to be very clear. And then SIPOC, or any kind of tool that can explain the current state of the process. Either you can have the SIPOC in the define phase, and then a detailed process map in the measure phase. So define phase, mainly it is project charter and then the SIPOC. Then when it goes to the measure phase, the data collection plan, like the duration. What is the duration of the data you selected for, measuring the baseline. And similarly, there itself you can also declare the data required for validation of the solution. And then you can maintain the same throughout your project. So data collection plan is one thing. And then MSA, if required, it needs to be explained. Or if there is no doubt about the data collected, the accuracy of the data, sometimes, people skip the MSA part. And then mainly the baseline. Baseline should appear in your measure phase presentation, nothing but the current state of the pain metric. Where exactly is the rejection right now? What is the current cycle time? Or what is the number of complaints? Or what is the whatever is the metric you use? What is the current state of it? That is the outcome. Then in the analyze phase, fishbone diagram is compulsory, and then some validation of root cause validation is needs to be added. Even in between fishbone diagram and root cause validation, you can show something like the cause and effect matrix, or some kind of matrix format, using which you can actually shortlist the probable or possible X factors to potentially or most likely root causes, and then some validation method, and that will complete your analyze. Then when it comes to the improve phase, solution generation, what tools you have used for the solution generation. It can be a simple brainstorming, or it can be, sometimes you might use tools such as even DOE sometimes to come out with a particular solution. So solution related things, the corrective action taken has to be explained in the improve phase. Then when it comes to the control phase, the preventive actions taken, right? So, and finally, if you could summarize with the tools used in your project, the list of tools used in your project, and it will be very impressive. So this is our suggestion to you. And whoever is ready, we are now here to listen to your presentation. Maybe you can limit it to just define phase. That is enough. Okay.
I'm ready, sir, if you will
Super,
forward.
super. And also, if all of you are willing, we would like to have a small online event, maybe in the upcoming month, maybe after your MBB also. So that will be a kind of 1 day or a 2 day kind of conference on DMAC case studies, where all our MBBs will be presenting their projects. So your preparation now can also make you qualify to present your same project in such a forum as well. So where you will be presenting your DMAC case study, there can be several people participating. Maybe about 50 case studies will be presented. Whomsoever gets the chance, whoever have a very nice project presentation, they can present it. We are also thinking of tying up with some journal, Corpus Index, or some good journal, where your presentation will be presented as a technical paper, right? And then out of all those presentation, we would like to identify three best projects, and then they will be awarded, like, the best project, DMAC project. So this is something in the pipeline. So your preparation now in the MBB program will automatically, push you to, I mean, help you to be part of that conference as well. And then there will be a lot of audience. There will be a lot of experts who will be, reviewing and then awarding the marks during the presentation. Based on that, you will also have a chance to receive a beautiful appreciation and some kind of awards as well. So this I wanted to share with all of you. So we can start with Dr. Ambrish, and then all of you actually have to do it. And we already gave a lot of one-on-one opportunities, and many people utilized it. And hereafter, it is purely based on the request only. We are not going to push here onwards. So more than 60% of the participants have, almost they're ready with the project. And others, if you need help, yes, you have to take an appointment and then we will be meeting privately. But then prior to the final presentation, and like how we are discussing today with the define, the same manner here after every day, sorry, every week, we will have sessions for the phases, define, measure, analyze. If you could do these three, then almost, the improvement control will be much easier. So let's listen to Dr. Ambrish now.
Uh,
Over to you.
Thank you, sir. I am not able to share. Shall I send it across
Yeah,
to you?
now
And
you should be able to share.
oh, okay. Just
And
give
all of
me
you
one.
feel free. And Amrish sir, you also feel free to to take any questions if our participant would like to know.
Sure.
But however,
Sure.
any confidential things, and you have the rights to keep it confidential, right? You don't have to reveal the confidential informations.
Sure, sir. Just give me a moment as I open my presentation.
Yeah, yeah, please, please, please. And meanwhile, who else would like to present? We can even create some order, the same order you can follow as well. First is Ambrish. Who would like to go next? Any idea?
Sir, send the link.
Oh, sure.
The Murali
And
Shaker.
one
Third is
second.
Murali.
Dr. Ambrish. Sendel.
I sir, myself also will share the on the different page and share the.
Oh, here in the chat, right? Okay.
Uh, Doctor, would it be okay if I share the presentation to you and you share it? I am doing it from my tab. Slightly
Okay,
difficult
okay.
to.
Okay, in such a case,
Yeah.
you can put it in the chat box or WhatsApp
Yeah.
group.
Uh, okay. I have just shared it, sir. If you may kindly
Where, sir? In the chat itself or WhatsApp group?
in the WhatsApp group, sir.
Okay, okay. Just a minute. WhatsApp group. Yes, enhance customer experience. Define. So I will share it for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Thanks, Doctor, for sharing this across. And good evening, everyone, uh, for giving me this opportunity to quickly present the defined phase of the project that I have taken up as a part of my Six Sigma Master Black Belt program over here. Just to give a quick background, I work for a health insurance organization. I am the uh, head of operations excellence for this organization, and we deal with health insurance claims. Uh, One of the key measures of how good we are doing or how good we are not doing is felt through the customer satisfaction and the NPS scores that we send across after every interaction that our members have with our organization, either in terms of getting access to care or in terms of getting medicines or in terms of having their policies renewed and so on and so forth. So that is a very sacred matrix for us because that gives us the direction and pulse of how good we are doing in the market. Uh, so just to make so on this one, I have based my whole project. But if you can go to the next slide, please, sir. The agenda of my whole presentation, and today I'm only presenting the step 0 and step 1, which is the defined phase of the project, is going to be thus. So I'll be presenting the entire project in phases as we go forward. Today's agenda is only step 0 and step 1. So uh, uh, I will be explaining how I established the CTQ characteristics, and I will also be explaining how I defined a project, which I will be taking through as a part of the DMAC journey. Next slide, please, sir. Uh, Again, this is the DMAC roadmap that I would be using as a part of this project. And again, today is only step 0 and step 1, where I have slightly elaborated the two steps that I will be taking through. One is establishing the CTQ characteristic, and the other is definition of the project. In the first step, I would be in establishing the CTQ characteristic, I will try to make everyone understand what is the context of the business and how the business requirement or the customer needs are aligned to the CTQ that I have selected as a part of the project. In the second step, I would be showing what are the steps or tools that I have used in selecting the project and in scoping the project. Uh, Going forward, please, sir. Stop me anywhere, please, for any questions that you might have. Uh, on the defined phase, and I'm sorry, there is animation, sir. So if I'll have to bother you, I'll
No
make
problem.
sure from next time onwards I have the
No issues.
laptop ready. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. What happens is, and again, although I work for an insurance organization, I think health insurance is one service that everybody uses. I wish and pray that nobody has to use it, but then we are just humans and we tend to fall sick. And when we fall sick, then insurance is a very critical cover that kind of helps us or saves us from the cost of the medical treatment bills that we receive. So what does generally happen, and this is common knowledge to everyone, when a patient visits a provider when I say provider, it's a clinic or a hospital, you will have to generally wait for. And by the way, I am talking of a process which is very UAE specific because I am based out of UAE. Uh, Processes are slightly different in India, so please bear with me as I quickly explain the process. So the patient visits the provider or the clinic. They have to wait at the reception. There is generally a queue management system. Token is given, and when the token number comes, the patient reaches the reception, and he or she presents something called as a medical ID card or Emirates ID, which verifies the credential of the patient, and then the patient is told to visit the doctor. The doctor sees the patient, orders for tests and procedures, and that's where the insurance company comes in because every test or procedure that the doctor prescribes is either approved earlier or it is auto approved or would be approved at the claims level. Going forward, please. So if you can see, there are quite a few moments of truth or quite a few instances where the patient may have an opportunity to either be pleased or be very displeased in this overall journey. What you see in in the yellow boxes highlighted are things which we as an insurance company don't have a direct control because these are happening at the clinic level. But what we have a direct control, Doc, if you can just press the switch once again. are the ones which you see are highlighted in the green boxes. So these are the things which are completely within the control of the insurance company, and my entire project as we go forward will take into account all these instances where where the patient may get displeased, and we will try to improve the customer experience or the member experience on these occasions so that it has an impact on the NPS and the CSAT. Any questions still here?
No.
Going for Thank you. Going forward, uh, since we are dealing with people over here, it is very important to understand who our customers are. And I have described here four different personas of the customer, which are generally our clientele. So we have expat families. As you know, UAE is a place where the expat percentage is almost 97%. So we have obviously expat families as the ones which are our largest client base. This is followed by young professionals. When I say young, it is anywhere in the age group of 25 to 45, followed by corporate clients. So we have large corporates as well who takes health insurance policy as a part of their employee benefit. And we have people who are either retired or they do not have any facility from their employer, but they have to pay out of their own pocket to get their insurance. So these are the four customer personas. Why is it important is because when we actually go and devise a new process or a procedure, we have to keep in mind the different requirements of these four groups. Going forward, uh, we have collected the voice of customer. This is, as I said, is generally done through a survey that is sent out after every interaction. And what you see on your right-hand side are some of the responses the customers have given. These are customer verbatims. It takes a long time for approval. The approval in hospital takes more time. Uh, Medicines take even more time. I need faster response when I call the clinic or call your insurance company and things like that. So we have collected around 70 data points, and what you see on your left is a breakup or categorization of the various reasons where the customer was displeased or the customer felt that the process is not working well. Going forward, we were then able to break down the whole, and I'll not take you through each of the points, but what we have done is we have broken down the whole voice of customer, the verbatims that we received from the customers, into what is the need of the customer, because most of the times the customer requirements are not very clear. They are hazy. They have something in their mind, but they are not very articulate. So we have broken them down into what exactly is the customer meaning or what is the need, when is the need felt, where is the need felt, why is the need felt, and how is the situation handled. This will give us a very clear picture when we are actually solutioning as to what is the point that we have to tackle in order to get a good customer satisfaction score and a good NPS score. Going forward, Doc. So these are the various, voice of customers broken down into what is the need, when is the need, where is the need, why is the need, and how is the situation handled. When we collate all this data and we put it into something which is a little more visual in appearance and makes things easier for us to look, that's where we prepared an affinity diagram. Doc, if you may kindly go forward.
Yeah.
Uh, so as you see, time taken for approval is the biggest pain point that is there for the members. And then what do they exactly mean? Long wait time for approval, long wait time for at the hospital, at the pharmacy, etc., etc. So this affinity diagram gives us four clear buckets as to where the problem is being faced by the customer or the member, and some of the associated reasons as to what exactly is meant by that problem or what exactly is meant by the difficulty that the customer is facing. Uh, we had to take a step back at this point because now what we have is an affinity diagram and a categorization of what the customer or the member is facing. But we also wanted to take a step back and make sure that whatever the customer is saying and what we know is probably a clear direction as to what we need to do. Does this have a clear alignment with the organization's goals? And that's where we kind of took help of the Hoshin Kanri matrix, which is, sir, on the next slide, uh, in order to make sure that our organization goals and the goals that we are trying to, the objectives that we are trying to solve through this project are kind of aligned. And what you see highlighted in yellow uh, is so the one which is on the row which is saying improve customer satisfaction and NPS. This is one of our long-term visions or long-term goals for the organization. The annual objective is also kind of aligned, which you see as redesign the approval and claim process journey because that has the largest impact on NPS. The top level priority for this year also is to improve the customer satisfaction and NPS, and that has given us very clear goals, which you see on your right, metrics to improve is increasing the digital use by 40% and increase the NPS and CSAT by 10%. So this project, we have taken only the second one. There's another project which is going on the digital penetration increasing, but enhancement. But the project that I'm going to take as a part of my Six Sigma DMAC Master Black Belt journey is the second one, which is to improve the NPS and CSAT score by 20%. A quick Kano diagram or Kano analysis is also done just to make sure and validate that whatever we are doing is correct. Next step was obviously now that we have got probably the business level CTQs. Forward, please, sir. Thank you. Business level or customer CTQs, which is enhancing the customer CSAT and NPS. I drilled it down to internal CTQs. So NPS and CSAT has the largest impact uh, by the approval process, by the claims process, and by the CSR or customer service process. These were further drilled down or broken down into clear project CTQs or project wise, which is the 6 areas that you see. So this project is going to tackle each of these small wise, 6 wise, but the project CTQs, so that there is an improvement in the other 3, so that there is an improvement in the 2 big wise, which is NPS and CSAT by 20 points and 20% respectively. Going forward, please, sir. Uh, a very high level SIPOC who our suppliers are, especially in this kind of a scenario, is the customer support team, which is an internal team, the IT systems, because everything is kind of automated over here, and the training team, because the training team has a very key input in terms of making the overall CX mindset and culture within the organization. Inputs obviously are customer queries and complaints, agent tools like the tools that are processors and customer service teams uses, and the CRM system that we have. The process is very simple. We receive a complaint or we receive an input, we investigate it, we resolve it, and we communicate it back to the customer. And the customer gives us a score based on this. Outputs are resolved queries. Sometimes the queries are not resolved. That's also an output. The customer feedback, and which is mostly the verbatim. And finally, the CSAT and NPS rating, which is what we are trying to tackle and improve. Who are our customers? Obviously, the health insurance policy holders. Plus, we have internal stakeholders like the other operations functions, which are a part of this entire journey. Moving forward, please, sir. These are the key process output variable that I will be tackling as a part of the project. So you see the 2 big Ys, Y1 and Y2, which is the net promoter score and the customer satisfaction score. Net promoter score is a number. At present, it is at 32. We want to improve it to, actually it is 52, not 50. The measuring frequency is every month, and so on and so forth. Customer satisfaction survey score is at 68%. When we started off, the target is to improve it to 82%. And the small Ys, which is Y1 to Y6, which we showed in the critical to quality drill down exercise. These are the improvements that we are trying to bring in for each of these parameters, which will have an impact on Y1 and Y2. Moving forward, please, sir. There's a quick business case which was because every project that you do obviously has to be backed by a business case, because what is the kind of ROI that this project is going to bring apart from the NPS and the CSAT score that we are talking of. So what we are asking for is an expense approval of 75,000. You see the breakup over here. uh, the business benefit that is there is on the next click, sir. Is close to around 2.644, and for the paucity of time, I will whenever I get time, I'll explain how we have got to this number of 2.644 as the business ROI. But moving forward, obviously there is a elevator speech which needs to be prepared, because the entire team that is going to work on this project, they need to be very clear and very articulate in their mind as to why are they doing this project and what is the kind of benefit that this project is going to do. So what we are going to do is we are going to improve the overall customer experience. How we are going to do is we are going to do it by improving the NPS score. Or how do we know that we have done it is by improving the NPS score and the CSAT score. What benefit we would achieve is there will be an overall increase of close to around 200K revenues, apart from improvement in the overall customer experience. Plus, there is an uptick in the overall renewal percentage, which takes the figure to 2.4 billion. When do we plan to achieve it? We plan to achieve it by end of Q1 2025. The dates will change because it has slightly got delayed. And what are we asking for is a budget of 75K, which thankfully has got approved by the organization. Why it is important to have this business case shown is because it is important to the business to show that this project, although it's going to bring in customer experience enhancement, is going to self sponsor itself. So it is going to pay for itself because of the ROI that we are showing. Going forward, please, sir. Going forward, please. Uh, it is also important to have an elevator speech in place, that what exactly are we doing. So we know that NPS has dropped, we know CSAT has dropped, it has had a business impact, and our DMAC response is going to increase the NPS to plus 52 and CSAT to 82%. It is important to have a elevator speech, as we all know, because if somebody asks us why are we doing this project, we have to be in a position to very clearly and crisply explain to them what is the impact and why are we doing this project. An elevator speech, kind of gives us that platform to be very clear within ourselves, not only at the black belt or at the green belt level, but every team member that is involved. Going forward, please, sir. That's the project charter. We have just got the toll gate reviewed and okayed. So the status that you see on your left hand side is all green. It's a very typical project charter that most of you would know. It has the objective, the scope, the project organization, a snapshot of the risks, the project budget, etc., etc. This is a dynamic document, as all of you are aware, and based on the governance and the cadence that is defined for this project, which is every 2 weeks there is a governance committee which looks into the progress update on this. This project charter is presented, and anything that is there as a part of the status update is reflected on the project charter. Going forward, sir. Our organization uses something called as the project agreement form, because after the project charter is signed off, a more detailed document, which is the project agreement form, is signed by all stakeholders, so that we all know that the project has been chartered and the project is now in place, so that we can start scoping for the project, we can start for identifying the team members for the project, and so on and so forth. And finally, just to make sure that we have cleared everything for the defined phase, is the next slide, which is the toll gate sign off. Again, signed off by all relevant stakeholders, and that helps us move to the next phase, which is the measure phase. Any questions, Tom?
இது பொங்கலும் சாம்பாரையும் அடுப்புல வைக்கிறாங்க.
Excellent presentation, sir. And a lot of tools you have used in the defined phase itself, right? Like your process map, VOC, CTQ, affinity diagram. No, effectively you have used various tools, even Hoshin Keno analysis is utilized in a defined phase in addition to the project charter and SIPOC. And excellent presentation. And how do you calculate the NPS in your project? Do you have any specific formula you are using?
Yes, sir. So NPS is there's a scale of 0 to 10. For every survey that we send, there is a questionnaire in the survey which says that please rate our services on a scale of 0 to 10. 8, 9, and 10. 9 and 10 are considered to be promoters. 6, 7, and 8 are considered to be as passives, and 0 to 5 rating is considered to be detractors. So the formula is very simple. If you have 100 people, out of 100, if 70 of them have rated, if let's say 50 of them have rated us in a scale, either a 9 or a 10, then the promoter score is 50. If 20 of us have not rated, we don't consider them anything. Or if 20 of us have rated us between 6 to 8, we don't consider those number. And the rest 30, if they have rated us anywhere between 0 to 5, so the detractor score is 30. So the NPS is nothing but our promoter minus the detractor. So promoter score was 50, detractor was 30. So NPS is 50 minus 30, 20.
And your current level is of NPS is?
So our target has been 45. Last 3 quarters we have seen a dip and the score had come down to 32. We want to increase it by 20 points to make it 52 by the end of Q3 of this year.
Perfect, perfect. So others, would you like to ask any questions? Feel free. It's a kind of a learning process for all of us. It's a great opportunity for us to know about a project on NPS and CSAT score. Any questions, anybody, any of the other MBB participant you would like to ask? All good? Everything is understood?
Clear, sir. Yes.
Yeah, excellent. So in RK sir, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, just for the sake of asking, I have to ask.
No
You want me
issues.
to ask?
Please,
Anyway,
sir. Please,
I
sir.
will ask anyway. See, you said that net promoter score, no? You are neglecting some score. You are neglecting the in-between score, right? I don't know, is that logical? That's all. Maybe that's a doubt. You can check it up later. Right?
That's the global formula for NPS, sir. It's always the promoter minus detractor, and the passives are left out. So, which means that we should always have a very, very high score of either 9 or a 10 on a scale of 0 to 10, and we have a large percentage of people, even if they're voting us from 0 to, let's say, 5, we still consider them as people who are dragging or pulling us back, and people who have given us.
Suppose
Yes, sir.
all the 100 people you have examined have given a score of 50 to 60. Does it mean that
If all the 100 people have given us a score
50 to
between
60?
6, 7, and 8, right?
5 to 6.
Right, sir?
Yeah, 5 to 6.
Yeah. Then our NPS is 0, sir.
0.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. Okay. Okay. So excellent presentation, Amri sir. And I think we should give you 10 out of 10 for the defined phase. All the very best. The total is only 50.
Thank you. Thank you,
So,
sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, I have noted this. Okay, who's next? I think Sendil sir, you wanted to go, right?
Yes,
Please.
sir.
சரி அப்போ பிளைன் தோசை 50 ரூபா போடுறேன்.
Yes. Sir, is my screen is visible?
No. You have to share.
Yeah.
Just a minute, sir.
Yes, sir.
சரிதான். அது வந்து ஏற்கனவே பழசும் புதுசும் சேர்ந்த மாவு தான் ஒண்ணு வச்சிருக்கேன்.
Is it visible now, sir?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your that great opportunity given me to present this.
சரி ஓகே ஓகே.
Okay. So before going to that, I'm just explain you. Actually, this is basically ppm reduction in one small component, which is part of the hydraulic pump, which is being used in power steering application for a passenger bus. So the details I'll explain you in the coming slides.
இது வந்து பிரியாணில மீந்து போன சிக்கன் தான் இருக்கு. இந்த சிக்கன்
Sir, please put it in presentation mode, sir.
It is in a presentation mode only.
Full screen.
It's in a presentation mode only, sir. For me, it's showing.
It is not in a presentation mode.
Mm.
Click
You
that
click-
cup. There is a cup, no? Yeah,
Yeah.
click that.
That's it.
Okay, are you getting full screen now?
Should come. It's
No, have you clicked only that this thing?
Yeah, yes, sir. For me, it is showing a full screen.
No, click that slideshow on
Oh.
top. Click the slideshow on top. On the top, no? You are on the home, no? Click
Yes,
the, no,
sir.
go up. There is a slideshow, no? Animation, slideshow review. Click the slideshow.
பாக்குறேன்
Where I don't see your cursor. I don't see. I don't see your cursor at all. Where is your cursor now? Cursor is at the
okay.
bottom. Take your cursor up.
Yes, sir.
Take your cursor up. Top.
Yes, I'm taken. Yes.
No, your cursor is still showing at the bottom.
Actually, for me, my cursor is showing in the top only. Maybe.
oh, I think, sir, you share. I think you shared the file, I believe.
Okay, sir. I will send you the chat then.
Now maybe you stop share and try again.
Okay.
Now you share again, sir. Maybe you can share complete screen and then you can open the PowerPoint. Good now. Good now. Good to go.
Okay. Okay. Thank
So-
you, sir. Okay. Okay. So just I'm introduced about the products. Okay. It's a this is the part actually being used in a power steering system. Okay. Actually, this particular part is a power steering pump. Actually, in this part, in this pump only, that particular rotor is being used. Okay. This pump is a advanced van type pump. We call it as AVP pump. The feature of power steering is to effortless steering and better vehicle control and safety. For this purpose, we are using. These are all the models, so commercial vehicles and the passenger cars. Okay, commercial vehicles, we are using the fully integral type gears, and for the passenger cars, we are using a power rack and pinion gears. For this power rack and pinion gears, the pump, which is it is getting connected with directly with the engine, and it is supplying hydraulic fluid to the power steering gear, rack and pinion gear to make the driver effortless driving when you're using the power steering system. Okay, so this is the segment wise how we are the commercial vehicles. Okay, the 8 LPM means 8 liters per minute and 12 liters per minute pumps are being mass produced, and for multi-utility vehicles 7 liters per minute. For passengers cars 5 liters per minute it is using. Nowadays, majority of the cars are gone with the EPAS, actually, that electronics power assisted steering system. But some of the cars still we are being used this kind of hydraulic power steering systems. So this is next one is a cyclone chart, the rotor process flow. Sorry. The rotor process flow. Okay, the rotor is one of the part which is coming inside the pump. Okay, I will explain in that exploded view in coming slides. So the supplier JKC. Okay, so it's we are importing this part from Japanese Jidosa Kiki company. This is we are getting it from our Japanese supplier. This input is a sintered raw material, and the process are surface grinding, lapping, slot grinding, sub-assembly, and main assembly. So this rotor is get fitted in the pump as a main assembly. Output is a finished rotor for hydraulic pump assembly. And our customers, internal assembly line and OEM customers. These are all the customer customers. So for this, we made a project charter. Okay, I am leading this project, and these are all my team members. But the team members are not certified for even for yellow belt. Okay, we are planning to make them as a minimum category as yellow belt for that. So project name the barriers. So line is internal line, and the project started on March 23, and we are planning to complete it within the 3 months. Okay, the purpose of project is the PPM reduction. So rotor phase out problem. Okay. So expected cost benefit through because of this problem is 23 lakh INR per annum, and the present PPM level is 3476 parts per million, and the target is 0 for this project. Okay, so how we selected the problem. Okay, so based on the daily review, this is our daily routine management system. Okay, and these are all the data bank. Okay, based on the daily review system, we collected this data bank. Okay, from this data bank, we have collected this based on our JDI. Okay, so we just do it suggestions and Kaizen and QCC. QCC means a quality control circle. Okay, so these are the methodology we use to form. Okay. To take any project. So we have taken this, I consider this as a QCC in a DMAC project function. Okay. The type of problems, okay, problem solved by QCC members. Okay, B, involvement other departments is necessary, and the C type is management section. So this is categorized here actually. So this one is basically a problem by QCC members, so that we are selected. So these are all the data we have taken from our data bank. Okay, the phase out high in 20 cc rotor. Okay, so this cost actually 9326 ppm. Okay, so that we are consider this as this considers as our project actually. So this is just a Pareto of the same. Okay, so here you can see that 38% is contributing towards the phase out issue to the all internal line issues. Okay, so here you can see, okay, this is the particular rotor, okay. Okay, this is the overall system we can see in the vehicle. Okay, from this vehicle, you can see this is the hydraulic pump, it is getting fitted, okay. So this is the schematic view of our hydraulic pump, okay. This is the exploded view of hydraulic pump. In that hydraulic pump, you can see, okay, this is the rotor. So in this rotor only, we faced that phase of issue, so we took action against this. Okay, it's just a video. Sorry, the video is not able to play now. Sorry. Okay, so this is the actual rotor. Okay, this is the part actually. So this is the screenshot of drawing. So here you can see that phase of 0.08 with respect to this inner diameter. This is the problem what we faced. Specification is 0.08 mm max. Okay, we are getting around more than that actually. Because of that only we are getting our high ppm in our internal line. Okay, similar to that side buck shot. Again, I'm mentioning that with the pictorial data. So raw materials, sintered part, as I mentioned earlier, the surface grinding is the process. Okay, we are doing that. Then fine grinding, then pre-assembly, then assembly. So this is the our process of that particular rotor. You can see that actually surface grinding, okay, we are faced major issues. Here you can see actually this is and the x-axis showing phase out 10 microns to 170 microns. Okay, you can see almost out of spec is 26% from our overall production. So this is causing the major issue. Components rotor phase out error actually. And the numbers we are taken means okay, we are almost getting 26% components rotor phase out issue in our surface grinding process. The same scenario actually after surface grinding, we are went for a fine grinding process. In that fine grinding process also, we are end up with 15% because it's the surface grinding, the major issue also that cascaded to the next one, the fine grinding process also. So I'm just here, I'm mentioning what is phase out in the rotor actually. Okay. You can see this is the rotor. Okay. So with respect to this plane ID, okay, in this, if you are rotating that, if you are dialing it over it, the dial should go maximum to 0.08 mm, but we are getting more than that 0.8 mm. So because of that, our rejection value is getting increased. So the rotor are phase out is the one of the, sorry. So why we consider this important was the rotor phase out is one of the product significant parameter. Okay, and it is contributing the pump function also. So internal customer requirement is not meeting, so that we are taken this project. Actually, we done that swapping analysis with the good bad analysis. Okay, actually we taken one good pump in that. Okay, the rotor with less than 80 micron phase out, and another one with bad one. So in that we swap it. Even that swap it, okay, we found that phase out was the major function. To confirm the it's a problem, we made it actually. So in that graph, you can see actually the production requirement is 450 on average per day, but the gap is 407, 380, 388. This is because of the rotor we are not able to supply to our assembly line. So this is the major gap actually. This gap actually filled by overtime and Sunday working. So this leads to extra cost in our operations. So this is the cost split up. So rejection cost per month, you can see machining cost and operator cost all put together. You can see 1,92,819 per month. We are unnecessarily spending. It is waste for our organizations. So with that, actually, what we decided to reduce phase out in the rotor surface grinding. How much? 200 ppm initially, then we are out, right? When the target is by October 2023, we plan actually. So this is our activity chart. So again, this is an observing. Sorry, okay. Okay, sir. Actually, with this, I'm stopping that define phase. So this is our overall define. So next one is the measurable measuring phase.
Okay, so any questions? I think we have completely reviewed his presentation separately as well. We are good with this project. So any doubts?
Okay, any doubts? Yeah, please. Yes.
Yeah, particularly from the manufacturing industries.
Sir, I have one doubt, sir. The surface
Oh,
grinding
please.
machine, the tolerance we can maintain, right? Why we cannot maintain within 80 microns control?
Sir, I'm not able to get your voice, please.
Sir, actually, the surface grinding machines, the rotor, we are doing the rotor, right? The surface
Yes.
grinding machine.
Yes.
We can maintain less than 20 microns, right?
We are getting 80 micron actually because that bed itself having capacity to 100 microns. Okay, in that in the multiple locations. Anyway, if you see that maybe analysis space, you can find that because three root causes we are identified. So by seeing that, you can identify it.
Okay,
Maybe that
because
will
the
be-
surface, because the surface grinding is the least count is we can maintain 10 microns. or 20 microns. So that's why we are asking.
Okay, okay. Actually, what happened? No, actually, in this particular rotor, one of the causes that we are doing the spline broaching operation. Because of that, we have that heavy metal bar actually. So the metal bar, because of that, okay, what happens? So the rotors, which are all the rotors having that metal bar, it is not properly seated in the bed. It is causing that tapper. So finally, what happened? It is ended with the phase of issue. That is one
Okay,
process.
understand. Okay, so understand, sir. But the rotor, we are not doing the stamping part. This is the centered part.
It is a sintered part, yes.
Okay, but normally the rotor make by the stamping, then they do the casting, right?
Actually, the purpose of having the sintered part is this is a self-lubricating part actually. For that purpose,
Okay.
we selected as a sintered part actually.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Any point or shall we proceed? Okay. I think his presentation is also very nice, and he has effectively used all the required tools in the define phase. We're happy to give 10 out of 10.
Thank you very much, sir.
Excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll proceed with the next. Murali, already?
Yes, sir.
Please. And by the way, who will present next after Murli?
I'm fine to do so.
Super.
Sir,
Yes, Murli.
actually, I will share the mini DMAC project, what we are doing at the company, sir.
Okay.
So you can see my screen.
Yes, please put it in the presentation mode. Yeah.
Now can see, right?
Yes. Start from the first. Yeah.
Sir, this one is a confidential, so I cannot. So this one is keep confidential, sir.
No issues. It's just
Okay,
purely
sir.
for internal purpose. Yeah.
Sir, actually, last when I do the Lean Sigma back belt, so I am working in the casting company. Now they move to the new mold fabrication. For the new mold fabrication, we need to reduce the new mold fabrication defect. So past 1 month, every 2 weeks, I have to go to that factory. So I need to support the people, the Thai people. So the problem is, this is one project. What we made is. We have the problem statement is example, we have the overcut issue. So that's detected at the final process. So this is the model cavity number, then the date detect, day shift or night shift, the rejection quantity, two numbers. So what we happen means the business impact is the reduced mold performance and increased cycle time and rework. And we have the measure and analyze problem, sir. The problem is actually the CNC process have the overcut. So we have the measurement method by the 3D scan measurement. In the 3D scan measurement also we can see the, once again, sir. Okay, we can see this one green color. This green color we can see very well. It is NG already. But what happened means we have some electrode management system left verification checklist. So we made the fishbone factor. So based on the fishbone factor, the problem is the man. So what we do means we action taken is just we do the laser welding and medium small. Then we make the result is monitor the main electrode and we make the control flow also. Then we go for countermeasures. So we have the checklist also for this one. So these are checklists. So each and every person they need to make the electrode. Then we have the control measures. So we have the meeting of the each and every PAC persons to understand how to prevent the problem. This one is a small DMAC. I explained to my team how to solve the problem. So I will open my defined project, sir.
Okay.
So this is the DMAC project, sir. So what we today I will explain about the define only. The project name is the reduced new mold fabrication defect. So I am the owner of this project. So first is the project character. The purpose is the established project foundation and alignment. So the problem statement as of now is 6% in the new mold fabrication. So cavities, we have the many process. Then goal also sometimes every month we have sometimes we have the 10%, sometimes we have the 6%. So we want to achieve the 2% within 3 months. The scope is from design release to fabrication, the CNC and EDM and assembly, pre-trial inspection. The teams are the cross-functional teams with design, tool room, medium, QC, and outside supplier also. We are giving the order for outside supplier also. The timeline we take is the 8 to 12 weeks. So this the voice of the customer is critical to quality. The purpose is understand internal, external customer expectation. So sources is customer complaint about the new molds because when we send the mold to customer, they keep on complaining to us. So you are we have the quality issues, small quality issues. So internal quality reports, the production may be delay. So our insert target is dimensional accuracy is plus or minus 30 microns, the CDQ. and the surface finish is less than 0.8 microns. After that, we are going to PVD coating. So we have the assembly fit tolerance for the core cavity. We have to make it very good tolerance within 20 microns control. So 0 NG for test trials. So this is a SIPOC diagram, sir. Purpose is to visual the end-to-end process. Ours is the supplier is the design team. The input is approved 3D and 2D. The process CNC machining. Then the output is the machine inside. Customer is assembly team. Then second is the tool room, raw material, EDM operation, finish molecule QC. Third is the EDM operator, electro polishing, assembly mold, and production team. Fourth is the QC measurement tool, pre-dispatch, pre-inspection, inspection report, and production customer. And this is high-level process map. What we do means see where defect originate. So design release, material preparation, then CNC machining, EDM, polishing, fitting, assembly, QC, inspection, display, trial. So the problem is, the EDM overcut and the CNC offset and polishing. So these three area we are facing so many defects. Then this is the stakeholder analysis. So ensure everyone involved understand their role and receives proper communication. So who is impacted? Design team, then EDM operator, QC team, production. Who needs update? So I need to update the project cost impact. Then customer also for trial reason defect preventer. Then who can help? So skilled operator. So here the problem is in Thailand, we don't have the skilled operator, skilled technician also. So we have to level up their skill. Then supplier is the electrode, cutters, and polishing tool. As I say previous, these three processes are the issue. Then we have the engineers, process engineers. So standardization, process and POCO. Okay. So now we are doing the POCO for each and every process. And this is the data collection, sir. Actually, quantify the problem. So the types I explained, the EDM or data. So I will show the Excel file also. So current problem is like this. The status, the document number. This month we have the issue. So the total 11 issues already happened. So we have the cavity number, then detailing, then what process, what is the sub process, what is the mistake category, where is the memo? The memo is which area the problem, then what is which part. Then you can see the temporary corrective action only. So make by who. So this is the start we prepare already for take the Pareto analysis. Maybe next measure analysis I will explain, sir. That's all, sir.
Okay. So participants, do you have any questions to ask? So it's about defect rate reduction. Am I correct, Murli sir?
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, in the first slide you mentioned 6% also, 10% also.
Yes, sir.
Why is this, two different numbers?
Sir,
Is it
because the
6%?
problem is 1 month we can see the 10%, 1 month we can see the 3% also. So that's why we make like
Then
6
why
to 10.
don't you plot a graph and see, and choose the right area and then use the average as your, current rejection rate. It
Okay,
is
sir.
fluctuating from 6 to 10%. And
Okay.
better consider the data over, some available period of time, can be 30 days,
Okay,
60
sir.
days, whatever. And look for, what do you call, the nature of the process, whether the process is consistently giving 10% rejection or 6%, or if there is variation, any trend, you just have to observe the data and then choose the right area, preferably in the recent time period, and you can average out. So maybe I
Okay.
have a couple of other suggestions as well for you to further enhance your define phase slides. Maybe some
Okay, sir.
addition of some more graphs, some Pareto you can show, and definitely, some improvement is possible. If you are interested, I am ready to sit with you maybe for 15, 20 minutes, and then we can make those improvements.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
But still, the project is very good and idea is good, and it definitely good candidate for DMAC project. But adding few more tools and making the information crystal clear can certainly enhance your, the presentation, and then audience will also be able to quickly grab the improvement.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, sir. All the very best. And another thing I noticed is you also talked about the baseline. That means you covered the measure phase as well.
Sir, actually, when I go to that company, we have the many mistakes. So I train this DMAC project to our subordinate. So I make one PPT file to them. So small PPT file around 3 to 4 page coming. Because in Japanese company, they don't want to show many pages. So they want to make only simple presentation. So I make
Understand.
simple presentation 4 to 5 page. So what at all project, what at all problem coming, they start to analyze by themselves. We are very low skill people, sir, so we cannot able to complain them also. So just I am trying to make like a DMAC project, then YY analysis, then FMEA. These three tool I am using to improve their skills, sir.
Okay. No worries. We will sit separately on your presentation, and
Okay,
let
sir.
me know your availability through WhatsApp, and
Okay.
slightly we will enhance your slides, and
Okay,
that'll actually make your project a perfect fit. But everything
Okay.
is good. Nothing to worry about anything. We can certainly make it perfect fit. All the best, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll proceed with Venkat. And who will be presenting after Venkat? After Venkat's presentation, who will be presenting?
I can present. Durgaram here.
Oh, Durgaram is here. Great. Yes, Venkat, sir, please.
I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So thanks a lot for all for this opportunity. I'm Venkat. I would like to present the Black Belt project that we have done for our company. I was supported by Mr. Dr. Ramakrishnan through the Vision Excellence thing, and I'm submitting this project for this thing. Just to talk about the company, our company is J&J Limited, and we are located at Dalian. We do professional financial accounting services for our clients. We have more than 150 plus clients globally. We have a turnaround of around 200 crores Indian rupees. And the major services that we provide is we maintain the books of accounts for our clients. We do journal entry, we do reconciliations, we do P&L and balance sheet preparation for clients. The majority of the work, I would say 50% of the scope is on reconciliation, which is the major part of our work. And what do you mean by reconciliation? Reconciliation is comparing two sets of records to ensure everything what is to be processed has been processed. Is there any errors? Is there any frauds that's been committed? And ensuring accuracy and ensuring the cash flow correctly processed or not. We need to check records with internal records compared with the external records to make sure the accounts are tying up both sides. And these are the major activity that the team is doing. So I've just explained the step-by-step process of reconciliation, how we gather the records, match the transaction, spotting the differences, investigate it, and fix those errors. There are different types of reconciliations that we do: bank reconciliation, vendor reconciliation, customer reconciliation, and intercompany reconciliation. The business case that we taken is we have huge issues in completing the reconciliations on time with quality. We are supposed to complete the reconciliations by workday 10, but most of the time we end up completing the reconciliation by workday 12, and there were accuracy issues also noted. This in turn had a delay in completing month-end processes as well. So what we thought was, if we work on this project, we will be able to improve the turnaround time much quicker and have a saving of around 25 lakhs per annum in terms of labor intense that's been deployed here. So the goal statement that we have fixed is 100% accuracy by workday 10 and reduce the current FTEs that are used. That is currently 30 FTEs. We want to move it to 20 FTEs in the next 6 months period. So the in scope that we have taken is currently transactional matching, exceptional handling, and system-based rules. Things which are not in scope in the current phase is complex resolution using generative AI and machine learning stages, which has been considered in the stage 2. The project plan has been defined from June 20th to December for all DMAC phases, and the project team is clearly defined. The background and the key facts to at the baselining stage, a high volume of reconciliations. We have around 1,025 reconciliations globally performed every month. And the FTE requirement was 30 FTEs across all geographies. And average line items in the reconciliations are around 200 line items. The reconciliations to be completed by workday 10 of every month. So the client noises were highly processed, is highly manual, and it is unstructured. And there are quality issues observed, and process timelines are not met due to lack of process knowledge and complexities. With these, we have started to simplify and standardize the reconciliation process and automating wherever possible and reducing the manual work. We have implemented a new tool, which is generative AI based tool, which we call it as ISRE, Intelligent Smart Recon Engine tool, where in the stage 1, we match the line items as one-to-one matching between two sets of records, one-to-many and many-to-many kind of a match. And in the second stage, using prompt engineering text, we use the logical conditions and judgment-based matching through the prompt engineering text and get that potential matches, which is reviewed by and validated by the user for signing off or the clearing of the open items. And the productivity we are expecting was more than 30%. And we have done the hypothesis testing like two-sample test, paired t-test, and ANOVA test with 95% confidence level. And we have collected the data for pre and post intervention periods, and the results used to improve the priority at stage 1 and stage 2. So the baselining, we have kept it as 0% touchless. So we want to move 100% touchless overall, but we started with the baselining of 0% touchless, and we have able to match through conditional standardization of rules like one-to-one, many-to-many, one-to-many. We could see around 60% of items that can be potentially matched. And through system flow optimization, we can save around additional 13%. So this is up to defined and measured analyzed status that we have kept. In the second stage, we will be using generative AI module where we can move around additional 20 to 25% of matching, which is through touchless optimization actually. So that in a nutshell, the project that we have done, and we could see a good amount of improvement overall. We could see 50% reduction in the workload, and timelines also got reduced from workday 10 completion to workday 5 completion as well. So that's the high level process that we are currently doing. The others will be completed in the next phases actually. We have also used fishbone diagram for understanding the detailed issues that was there in the reconciliation. What are all the main causes of reconciliation not completed on time, which we consider as inconsistent processes, technology, lack of automation, and data quality issues. So these were addressed, and we could see a complete turnaround from the current situation of 10, 12 working days. We could move up to 5 working days completion, and we could reduce the efforts by nearly more than half. And productivity has increased from 3 reconciliations per day per FTE to 7 reconciliations per day per FTE. So that's the project that we have done overall, Dr. JSP. So that's about it from my side.
Okay.
Any questions on this?
Yeah. Any questions, participants, you would like to ask?
See, I see the target of accuracy is 100%. What is the current performance?
Current performance is around 90%. Accuracy is 90%. So there was back and forth issue. So we have fixed through conditional matching in the system. So one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, we have defined clearly in the tool itself. So when the match happens in the system, it is clearly accurate, and we can validate at the user stage report. Stage 1 report, we can extract and validate.
Okay. Typically, the solution, like we are moving from manual to agentic AI approach. Is that the what we are trying to achieve?
Yes. From what we want to use, instead of using labor-intensive manual reconciliation, we want to use it completely touchless, that it's fully done through system. The reports are populated into the tool, where the tool matches the potential match from the two sets of records and gives the output. So it matches the source 1 and source 2, and then throws the match, whether it is fully matched, partially matched, or unmatched. So the fully matched items, what we call it as touchless at the first stage itself.
Okay, if there is any mismatch, that will be corrected manually.
Yeah, we will first see why it mismatch. Is there any condition that we can revise, and we will update the conditions again and rerun the program. So it will refine over a period of time through machine learning. The system can capture most of the matches in the condition-based rules itself.
It is, can I come, sir?
Yes.
On the lighter note, it is almost like what Gopal Kumar is doing you when he's trying to teach you this project charter. He uses AI, and if AI gives you something wrong, immediately Gopal Kumar interferes and then corrects it, and then AI corrects it automatically and gives you a better answer. Do you see that? I have seen it many times. Right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Of course, basic mistake will be ours, because we would not have given the ChatGPT the right details. If you have given wrong details, no, it will give you only wrong output. That's the thing. Then we correct us. Oh, I have made a mistake.
Right.
No, this is the problem. Then it will give you okay.
And I've seen some hypothesis tests being used in the define phase itself. Is it for validation, problem validation?
Just to ensure we are matching the correct ones correctly or not. That's the main thing that we have done.
Okay.
Very good,
Well done.
Venkat. Very good. I did not expect this much. Right?
Well
Probably
done, very well.
it's not arcade, it is a temple you visited, no? That is, it has given you more. Probably if you had come to me, I would have confused you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very, very well presented. Very well presented. Super.
Thank you.
And I think 8:30 now, so we'll take a short break, and then we have next Durgaram waiting to present, followed by another presentation by Mr. Sendil, and there is another Sendil Kumar. Okay, we'll take a break here. Yeah, we'll take a break here, and then please join back the rest of the presentation.